the whole world. Like crazy dog. Go after the ball, fellas. Go nuts. Don't run that over here. What the wrong with you?
You're listening to KCSB The League, the show that puts real talk with fantasy football. Now here's your host, Peter Hammond.
Oh, Tim Tebow, baby.
Boo.
4 touchdowns.
No.
4 touchdowns, all to Eric Decker. That's my fantasy, baby. You know it. Oh, yeah. All right, that's enough of that. Welcome to Week 7 here on KCSB The League, UC Santa Barbara's first ever fantasy football radio show. And let's get a little recap of what happened in Week 6. My bold prediction, the Detroit Lions going 16-0. Dashed by the San Francisco Jim Harbaughs. Honestly, I would have been okay if Detroit lost to anyone but the 49ers. This is a team I've had to watch. I've been subjected to in Sacramento for the last 7 or 8 years of utter mediocrity. And to have them ruin my prediction, which actually after 5 weeks looked like it was very possible, that really cuts deep. We got a lot of new quarterbacks to talk about this week. And once again, for the second week in a row, breast enlargement's getting a victory. So we're now to 2-4 and now 10th out of 12th place in the league.
Oh, nice.
So, actually I'm feeling on a roll this week. Projected to lose by 20 points.
Ooh.
I am starting 4 Denver Broncos. And on top of that,
well, that's why you're projected to lose by 20.
Hey, you know what? But they really undervalue the Denver Broncos. I feel like on Yahoo projections.
Look, I would start Tebow, okay? Because we were talking about it earlier. This guy, through a fantasy perspective, is great because he runs. When you rush in for a touchdown as a quarterback, you get all 6 points. But if you pass it in, that's only 4, and those numbers begin to add up. He could definitely put up numbers against a weak Miami defense. But come on, really? So who else do you got? You got, I believe you're saying the Broncos defense? You started the Broncos defense?
Whoa, they're playing Miami, okay?
Did you not have better options than the Broncos?
I could start the Bengals defense. But they are on a bye, so that is not a better option. Unless the Broncos defense you're saying is going to get negative points.
As long as you are going to tell me that you didn't draft the Broncos defense, you just did a waiver wire.
That's correct,
okay.
Waiver wire.
Okay.
I didn't draft the defense.
So that's great. That is smart.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. And pardon me, but we got a new broadcaster here in the booth with us this week. I'd like to introduce personal friend, fellow Sacramentan, Matthew Broad.
How y'all doing today? Pretty excited to be on the show. We're going to be talking about a lot of fun things, a lot of football. Back to you, Pete.
Now, Matty, who's your favorite team?
San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, okay.
So 5-1, might I add.
So you're feeling good this week.
I'm feeling really good this week. I'll be honest with you. They're coming off a couple solid wins, a couple of ones they had to grind out. But you know what? I think winning over the Detroit Lions in Detroit showed you a lot. They've got a lot of confidence in Alex Smith, which, wouldn't necessarily be my choice. But, hey, I love it. Love to see him playing well. I love to see that the whole team playing great under Jim Harbaugh. So, hey, go 49ers.
Yeah, call me crazy, but with Alex Smith still quarterbacking that team, I just can't see it. I don't believe it. I'm not a believer yet.
And not yet. I mean, okay, maybe you don't have to believe in Alex Smith, but believe in the concept that Harbaugh is putting with this team. The defense has never looked better. The special teams has been performing. Frank Gore's been stepping up lately, and they beat the previously undefeated Detroit Lions. What more proof do you need, Pete?
I mean, the guy, after they won, he pulls off his shirt, does some chest bumping. I mean, let's have some professionalism here. You won a football game. You should expect to win the football game. I don't need to see your belly, Jim Harbaugh, after you get the victory.
Might I just say, as a fan, we love to see that sort of thing. Gets us really fired up. Hey, you know what? I love it. I love everything about this team. So much confidence. I think we're going to go places. I think we really are this year.
All right, that's enough about the 49ers. When me and Mike Jones were in here last week, we had a Denver Broncos love fest, but I refuse to allow a 49ers love fest in here this week.
No.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
And I'll give you this. They're going to come out of the West, and they're going to get knocked out of the first round of the playoffs. That's my prediction for your Niners.
They're going to play the Lions in the first round, and they're going to get destroyed.
You know what? I don't think so. I think defense is going to come up really big. I think it has to, and defense is what wins games. I'd like to see Alex Smith step up, and if he does, that's great. Hey, as a 49ers fan, I'll be realistic here and say yes, it is a long shot, but don't rule him out. The guy's got talent. I believe.
All right, I know this is a fantasy show, but you are just taking things to a whole new level here. That is
gross.
something else.
That
That's
is
another
gross.
universe.